We don't have to.
Ah!
Yay! And we're here.
Look, this is my coffee cup. I'm just drinking Premier Protein. Hey everybody, this is Off the Rails. We're starting off the rails today. And look, can you tell, Candace, that we just walked? Is it too bright in here? My cheeks were so red earlier. It is just all the heat goes to my cheeks when I get warm.
Mine too.
It is hilarious. Hopefully I'm recording correctly. Zoom, I don't know what happened to Zoom yesterday, but I checked and it's supposed to show both of us. So I guess we'll see in the
We'll find
recording.
out. Yep.
Yep. Yep. What are the questions for the day?
So the question today is that's a good question.
Hmm?
What are some of the ways that the universe and your guides talk to you? That's how we're kicking off.
I like that.
Mhm.
Are you going first or am I?
We're gonna segue into yours, I think, right? So, right?
Yeah, then you go first.
Okay,
Yeah.
then I'll start. Um, oh my gosh. So my old teacher reminded me that there's so many ways. I'm gonna go into Claire's and things in a minute, but originally I used to talk to source through the wind. I would go outside and I would ask source a question. And depending on how big the wind gust was for me, how the trees would blow, I would designate as a yes or a no. So that's always been my natural go-to, has been the wind. And I reconnected and reestablished with that recently.
Damn it.
What?
See that timer?
I see it.
Oh, I didn't mean for you to see it. I don't know
That's
how else
okay.
to do it.
It's
Is
not
that
hurting me. It's not hurting me.
okay? Just don't look at it.
It's I cannot. I cannot.
We're gonna put a
It's
post-it
fine.
note over it.
It's totally fine. It's totally fine.
It's
Um,
a time limit today. I'm so sorry.
that's no, it's good. It's good.
Okay. All right.
Um,
I love that.
and what? Oh, yeah, it's cool. And I was reminded by that because she told me to listen to bird songs, go outside and listen to running water, and that you can get messages and downloads. Just leave it, man. Just leave it.
I fixed it.
It's good for us to know what time it is and how long we have.
I was able to fix it.
Okay. Um, so yes, but now speaking of Claire's more so, well, and signs, right? We talk about synchronicities, like totally. Like all different types of signs, whether it comes out of somebody else's mouth. You ask your angels, hey, I need to see a big, bright blue fucking truck today. And then you see a blue truck, that kind of stuff. But now I'm talking more Claire's, which would be claircognizance I've always had, but I kind of pushed off for a while. My Claire's were very strong when I was young. I have made a couple comments to some people like giving readings and not being prompted to do so and scared those people. So I was made to like shove that back down deep, deep, deep. So the claircognizance is coming back through. And I think that's always like my go-to. But now I'm guided and I've had clairaudience come through a few times. I used to be able to hear really well, but I've broken the connection recently, delving too deep into something without training wheels. So I would say right now, my biggest or my what I'm working on most is clairsentience, which is feeling, I believe, if I'm saying that wrong. Clairaudience is hearing, claircognizance is knowing, and I want to say it's clairsentience, which is clear feeling. And I get the inner knowing when I just know something, that's the cognizance. But I'm now getting feelings on something. Like if I lean in, as you say, I get this feeling all over my body. So I'm trying to discern what it means and where it is and what it means.
I love that. So I didn't know. I like how you said signs. The song Signs popped into my head.
Oh, good one.
God, who is that? I have no idea. I have no idea. I think I can even see his face. I don't know. Anyway, um, so everywhere are signs.
Ace of base.
Serious?
The I saw the sign. That's on.
No, I love
Oh, we did it again. Always. Always.
Oh my God, I love that. No, I guess no. Oh my God, I'm gonna have to look this up. Oh, it has to be Tesla. It's probably Tesla. Um, the what I'm thinking of is everywhere are signs blocking out the scenery, breaking your mind.
Oh,
Do
okay.
this,
Wow.
don't do that. Can't you read the
Mm-hmm.
signs?
Mm-hmm.
But what's interesting is those signs do pop up to tell us, do this, don't do that. You know, can't you read the signs? I am sure our spirit guides are like, can't you read the signs? Like, the millionth time I've sent this one sign to you. Like, dude, we're not
Hello.
somewhere. um, I guess so. I did not even know that I was getting messages until long after our shadow work group stopped. But it was the feeling like someone would ask a question, or we would be in a really deep conversation, and I would get that. See, I call it a feeling, but it's a knowing that is that cognizance, I guess. Seriously, and it would be like, oh, I got the answer for you. So it looked like, I'm sure I was giving advice, but I was getting messages long before I even knew that I was getting messages. You
I
know,
think
oh,
yours is
plus,
more extensive too. I think it's not just the cognizance, but I think it's also mediumship. So I think it's hard to tell because those are such a come in such a tandem. So I think it's hard to or maybe it's a clear knowing through connectedness through the other thing through the channeling. But yeah, I want to say it's like a mediumship.
when I started leaning in, or whatever you want to call it,
Love
like I
that.
started working on all of them. Like I just started working on, I thought I heard something last night. It was Reba breathing. Like I finally got it, but it sounded like a woman. And I was like, does this mean anything in this moment to me? And I just kind of opened up to my guides and I was like, hey, you know, if this does, or I'm supposed to be getting a message or whatever, because I was painting. But I was having fun in the biggest zoomer we have in this house is Reba. So she just zoomies around when she's happy. So, and I didn't even get that until right now, you know? So it makes it in the moment, I just kind of let it go. But right now, I'm realizing like, oh, that was another moment telling me, hey, you're doing a good job. You're playing, you're not working. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean?
That goes with the theme of the week for us.
Uh-oh.
And that is supposed to be playing.
Mm-hmm.
That should be a question. Where can we add more play into our lives? Which
Mm-hmm.
I got a download earlier about that. We need to do that in order to work on self-worth and self-confidence. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, but
More play.
see, interestingly, because human design, I'm a cave person. Like I'm a legit cave person.
Mm-hmm.
To be playful, I have to be extremely comfortable. I don't want to be around people I don't know. Like I was thinking what's interesting was your party, but I was there with you, but I was uncomfortable, but I was like, if I get uncomfortable enough, I will go to Candace or Brian to save me.
That doesn't count as playing either. You count that as playing? You were doing creative things, you were decorating. So
Yes.
that's play for sure. But can you imagine? Okay, back up the bus, playing or just decorating with just you and I. That's fucking playing. That's playing. And okay, um, for everybody who doesn't know, what's your human design again? You're a manifesting generator. That's
Yeah.
me. What are you? You're manifesting too, right? So she's a manifesting generator. But specifically, your thing says you're supposed to be in your cave. That means in your home. So I was like earlier, I was like, well, I'd drag us to the park. No, 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 ma'am. We would play at your house.
Yes.
That's where it needs to be.
To be comfy, comfy, comfy. I'm comfy in my backyard, and I'm even comfy like walking. Like I'm making us get up and walk now, but that's also more for my health, you know.
Yeah,
Like,
and you're not like able to like let your guard down and get silly.
oh yeah, no,
I had to quote it as if it's so foreign. Silly.
silly. Well,
She's
for us,
wow.
for us,
Mm-hmm.
mm,
Capricorn, break out of your Capricorn plus drama equals silly.
and I mean, my horoscope. Oh my gosh, I get this like legitimately. It's not only trauma, which I'm still trying to break out, like what is trauma and what is me, baby. Um, uh, it is all over my horoscope, all
Right
over
now.
my horoscope. I don't want to play. I want to work. Work is fun, but it's
That's why, yes, that's why the good suggestion would be to find some play in your fun. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I think that is fun for you. Painting is fun.
And even though I didn't draw technically for work, I am sending it to the gal that's getting this pet portrait.
Even
So
though what? Sorry.
I'm sending the watercolor that I'm doing to the
Oh,
gal that's getting the pet portrait.
we're doing a whole thing over here.
He's like, "This is mine now, Kathleen." Cause
He's like, speaking of playing, I'm gonna
yes.
rip your shit down.
Love that. I love that for him. Okay, but to go back, so I started with claircognizance, the knowing, like it just knew shit. But I used to channel. I don't think I've talked about this on our podcast. I used to channel my mom because she was so crazy about if she came home and our house wasn't cleaned and dinner wasn't cooked and blah blah blah. So my sister and I would work on the house, or I can't remember if we both did. She was younger than I. I would walk outside the door and I would close the door and I would like invoke my mother. And then I would walk into the house so I could see through her eyes purposefully, and I could. Like, it still is wild to me, like how I could change my entire. I literally invoked my mom, you know,
I don't know. I don't know. When I walked outside because I was pissed, I was like cursing my father. So was I like, I'm gonna channel my inner? No, absolutely not. I was like, fuck that fucking guy. He's a piece of, he's a dick. Da, 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 da.
Not when I'm pissed, when purposefully going outside before they got home to keep myself out of trouble.
Oh yeah. No.
Yeah,
Nope.
yeah.
No.
So I was doing some of this stuff long before, we have an idea of what it means or what but now I like feeling, but I like that I'm getting. So Candace and I both have aphantasia. What's it called when you can't see or hear?
Either full or I think it's total.
Total. So we both have total aphantasia. We can't see shit. We can't hear shit. Like, fine. I can't see shit anyways. If I didn't, the doctor, I went into the eye doctor this past weekend, and he goes, "Well, you couldn't see before, and you can't see now." And I'm like, "Yep." My optometrist, every single one. This guy's been my optometrist for like 6 years, but every single one just laughs at my eyesight. It is that bad. Like, literally, I guess they used to call them, I don't know if they still do, Coke bottles. That's how, like, I'm legally blind, right? So he's just laughing. I'm not supposed to be able to see shit. That's not what I do in my life. Spiritually,
not with your eyeballs. Oh.
But in my third eye, that like memory seeing, I've been able to see. I call them visions, but I don't know. Like, it's not like what Brian's seeing. It's not like my dreams, but it's like this back thing. And then right before I went in to get tested for an autoimmune disease, I heard that I had an autoimmune disease, and I would have never gotten checked for that.
Heard like in your ear, or
Yeah.
heard like a knowing. It's been so hard. I've been thinking about this a lot lately. I've had a couple audible, like I used to hear in my ear area, or sometimes I will get a voice that comes in, but it is not through my ear. It's just a knowing. It's like through this. It's
Shit, I don't know. That was 3 years ago.
I know. The only reason I was able to remember, because I remember what I was hearing was some really horrible things about my ex. I was falling asleep or waking up, some part going in and out of sleep. And I got all these messages about my ex getting in some trouble, some not good legal trouble.
Yeah.
And it was the girl that he was involved with in the situation was telling me what was happening. But I remember looking around to make sure there wasn't any sounds, the TV wasn't on, so that's why I think certain ones, when they say audience, I think I was literally like, where's this coming from? And then I was like, oh fuck,
My health was really going down at the time too, and my mother-in-law had just died. Like it was all in that 1 year. So I was asleep, but I was in that. I was in that, whatever that's called, hypnagogic state.
Mhm.
So I do think that I heard it. I think that I actually heard it. But also it was probably like 3 o'clock in the fucking morning, coming out of sleep where we
That's when mine was. Yeah.
got the most messages. Because
Yes, from theta beta state. Yes, absolutely. I think so too.
how do you want to do this? So I painted. So what I'm thinking is you kind of lean in, or you show me your painting, or we could do both. But show people kind of how we work differently. We both work, whatever.
Okay. What I was drawing recently, I'm just drawing out the chakras. I'm doing a whole thing.
You're not supposed to tell me, but okay.
I know, but that's not what this wasn't for the same purpose as like the scribbling. So what we've been doing, what she's been doing, is she'll just have somebody doodle, and then she leans in, depending on. I mean, you can describe how you're getting it and where you're getting it.
Oh yeah,
You
okay.
should.
I'll describe while you doodle, maybe.
How are we going to do that? What do you mean?
Like you're gonna sit there and you're gonna doodle,
Yeah.
and I'll describe what I'm about to do.
Okay, go ahead. Let's just do the thing. And then I can show you, and you can read, you can try to read what comes up, and explain how you're doing it, what you're feeling, that kind of shit. With yours, like I said, I could try to lean into it. I can't do it quite nearly as good as her, but I can explain where it is in my body that I feel it, if I feel something.
Love that. Yeah.
Okay.
I just want to ask really quick because this timer isn't. Oh, it is 10 minutes. Is that okay?
Yeah.
You got 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay, sweet. Okay, so you start doodling.
Okay.
Even take your headphones off if you want.
Okay.
But set a timer for like 3 minutes, maybe.
Okay. Okay.
You guys can try this also. So the fun thing is just doodle. I'm gonna share. Okay, this is my husband's. Sorry about the loud truck. This is the first one that I did. So this is hubby's. Oh no. Okay, there we go. This is hubby's, and literally it's just scribbling. So you scribble. I gave him 5 minutes. Candace obviously has a shorter amount of time because I don't want you guys to get bored. But basically, you're just taking whatever color you like too. So I told him, like, just grab a color, just whatever is speaking to you, whatever resonates with your soul is going to mean something to the picture. So you can do this with canvases or like artwork if you wanted to. You can also do this with frequency music, like get whatever's in your head, whatever's in your soul out and onto the paper. I just love it. So then if you want your friend to doodle, you can kind of look at the paper, and I'll explain a little bit more once Candace shows me. But you just look at the paper and you just look for whatever jumps out at you. Like that looks like a what are those things called? Time. Oh my gosh, why am I thinking time capsule? You guys know what I mean. Turn the time upside down. Yeah, that thing. He has quite a few 13s on here. Also,
I want to call it a time turner. What are those fucking called? Time counter?
Drawing.
I know, but I hear all that.
I know. No,
time turner?
Oh, no.
I'm almost done. They've already decided. They're telling me what to do. I'm just doing, it's not even me. I'm just asking what I should draw. And then they tell me a thing and I put it on that paper in that spot. So it's just hardly any work. Yeah.
That's literally what I did today too. I love that. But anyway, so yeah, as you're looking at your friends or even your own drawing, you can kind of get impressions. When I say lean in, which I will probably when I'm working on canvases, it just means that you're sitting there with it for a minute. Can you see how stormy it's getting here? Holy crap, man.
No, but you just got dark.
Dark, 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 dark.
Okay, I don't know how long it's been, but we're done already.
Do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me see. Or do you want to go first?
Oh, I don't care. Go ahead. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'll do mine first because this sounds
Yeah.
like a lot. Okay. Can you see it?
Oh my God, it's so pretty. Okay, so right away, I get this pressure on my shoulders, but it's kind of more like a weighted hug, like we talked about earlier. More specifically on the right side, and now like a really hard squeeze, like not hard squeeze, a lot of pressure in my right hand. I haven't quite figured out what the right means yet versus the left. Right is more masculine for me. And it's coming back up to the forearm. So there's something about that. This thing running through in my head, it reminds me of like a wand, like either magic or of like a sword piece or something. But when I first got it, I seen the orange things, and that makes me think of angels. So I want to say there's like some sort of divine masculine protection coming through in this, is what I'm getting from that. And it's loving, but it's more okay. Both hands are going now. It's loving, but it's stronger than that, and it's more like that's not it either. Like if I were to grab my two hands and clasp them in yours and hold yours and like look at you in the eye and tell you something, that's more so the vibe from that. But it feels like a divine masculine from the right, divine loving protection.
Ooh, I like that. I'm gonna look up really quick. Metaphysical meaning.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Right side.
That's a good idea. Sure. Oh my gosh. Why did I never look these up?
Strength, dexterity, intelligence, good judgment, moral integrity, sacred power.
Oh, I love that. Feels like it.
Yeah, sacred power.
Sacred.
That kind of hit with me too.
Yeah. That's the cognizance. I'm not sure, but one of them just pulls out, and it's that one.
It also says the right represents the masculine.
Yes. Yeah, we knew that one. Yep. But no, but you hit it on the head. Sacred power. But it's like someone like telling you, like looking at you, grabbing your hands and be like, you are, it's not in a mean or forceful or aggressive way, but it's like, you are powerful. You are sacred. It's like a worthy thing. But I already know that. So yep. I know, but that's what it feels like. Yeah.
That's been for everybody to know, that's been like, it's something that I've been working on for the last quite a few fucking years. And also there's parts that are coming up recently because I still don't feel like I'm worthy. And this bitch is like, what are you thinking? Like, I don't get it. But healing is a fucking work in progress, man. One little tiny step at a time. Let's do yours before you have to go.
Okay.
I'm excited.
Okay, so we started. Well, I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you.
Don't. Oh.
I don't know if you can see, but it goes all the way down to the bottom this time, and it's like this.
Just hush your face.
Okay, sorry. Can you see all the way?
Do you know the first thing that caught my eye is this little amoeba in the middle? I've been having a lot of baby dreams, though. A lot of baby dreams. I just cannot get my eye off of this little baby. It looks like a little embryo. Oh my God.
No, we're not. No, we're not. No. Boop.
Yeah, but can I just finish?
Oh, please. Please do. For everybody else. Yeah.
I just want to finish my reading.
Oh, I'm just sorry. Do you want the paper?
Oh, okay. See, this is my leaning in because I know Candace currently wants a baby but doesn't want a baby. So the baby idea, the actual child baby is not in the cards right now. She doesn't want a baby, but new beginnings new projects. So, I mean, those are all little tiny sperms. Look at them. They're all little tiny sperms. That's all I can see. And the sun is shining on the little tiny spermies. Um, there are some clouds, but we also got some blue sky. Like we got a nice balance of working through. So, okay, I said I was going to work through my process. What I do is I kind of check in with source. Here comes the train.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of check in with source if I am too connected, because I will get connected very quickly and I'll get a headache. So if you do get a headache as you are meditating or connecting through source, just ground yourself. You know, just feel the little roots going into the earth, and that immediately helps pull all that energy through. So I kind of just connect to source, and then I look at the first picture that got me, because the first picture, the entire story is about that first picture. So for me, it's a little baby embryo. It's a little baby embryo with the spermies. New projects, Candace, new projects.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then we can go and we can say, okay, well, what is the rest? What's the rest of the picture? You just literally talk to your guides or kind of feel out the other symbols around that main symbol. So we have clouds. I said blue sky literally because blue sky to me is a meditative term that Buddhists, I believe, use about keeping your thoughts above all the bullshit that's happening in your life. So you're up here, bullshit's down here. You can watch the hurricane and the tornado, but it's not hurting you. There are some clouds, that's fine, great. But there's also some blue sky, so that's a lot of balance. And there's sun, and probably what is a rainbow. You can't get rainbows without fucking rain. Like, you have to. I'm getting so many Candace calls truthies just all over myself. What I think is interesting are the headphones. And when I thought of the headphones, I thought the first impression I got. I always go with my first because that's how I work. The first impression I got was, and we were just talking about auditory clairaudience, was listen to nature. And you said at the beginning of this podcast that the first thing you used to do was listen to the trees.
And I've been doing that again. I've been trying it differently, but it's so interesting because they told me to draw an upside down horseshoe. And then I'm going to add these balls to make it more defined. And then for this one,
I can't hear
me. Sorry. And then for this one, what do you think about how there's two? She's so good. What do you think about how there's two? See this bottom one? This lighter little baby one?
Little baby one. Hang on. This is how I lean into it. So I'm looking at the picture, like in my memory, and I just kind of try to connect to the picture. So we already know that there's trees. I really want to talk to Candace. I already know that there's trees. I think it feels like an exclamation point. It's not like a baby one. Like, it doesn't feel like
It's not. You're right. It's not. I was told to draw it this way and upside down and make a smiley face.
Oh my God, I love it.
Isn't she so gnarly? I am just flabbergasted. I didn't even draw. They're not the same. They're not. And I was told to draw them differently.
Okay, so does it?
And I had to flip the page and do it upside down.
Oh shit, okay. So does it feel like an exclamation point to you?
Yes, it was literally a smiley face.
I love that. Okay.
Wow,
I just take it one at a time.
Wow.
The first one, and then I go from there. But leaning in, I think, is really important, because I don't tend to ask questions. I forget that we can ask our guides questions, but leaning in feels good to me. Like, okay, with the horseshoe, I got immediately that those were headphones and to listen to nature. And it's like, is there any other, I'm not asking this, I just do it naturally. Are there any other messages? Like, what does this mean for Candace? in Candace's life. So that's kind of how I'm moving through, which it's just really fun for me. This is my best way of reading. I love it so much.
Wow, you're so good at it. It's just amazing. And asking what? All your
What?
truthies?
Head to toe.
Yeah.
Like,
Because it's so amazing. And anybody, yeah, oh my gosh, I'm just flabbergasted because anybody could do this for you, and you can read anybody just based off of how long did that take? Couple second doodle.
yeah,
It's just wonderful.
I love
Yeah,
it.
and even with the headphones and all the things, I heard draw a horseshoe, but it's not even what I was thinking. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Yeah, and it's cool how it was there intuitively given to me to intuitively have me read. It's just the coolest fucking thing in the world. She's the coolest.
That's the only caveat.
Self-worth.
Like to what?
Self-worth.
I know if you,
Oh my God.
man, if you and Paul could give me
Mm,
the amount of
mm.
just whatever you guys think about me,
Oh boy.
man, see, I'd probably be egotistical though. If I had that much, like it'd be too much. I have to grow through, But okay, so here's one caveat that I really want to just impress for everybody when you're reading. Sometimes it doesn't hit. Sometimes it could be like something that's going to happen in the future, or it's in a past life, or it just doesn't hit.
Or you're picking up something else.
Yeah.
Either something around you, someone around you. Yeah, it could literally be all kinds of things. Yeah.
Yeah, I have to watch because I know Candace. And the second I saw embryo, I was like, motherfucker. But that's why I kind of lean in like, okay, am I seeing what I want to see as an aunt? Or am I seeing what Candace needs to hear? So sometimes I need to tell her literally that, but I knew the message was like, it felt strong. This is what you're seeing. Like, it's not my ego. I'm not projecting, because I love being an aunt.
How are you discerning that? How are you separating the two?
Okay. So it's so hard to explain shit when it's natural. Okay. So when I lean in, how do you feel? Oh, you're going to hate this question. This is the easiest way that I can answer it. If you see 2 plus 2 and you see a 5, right? So you can feel that it's wrong. Like you don't know
Can I?
it's wrong.
Can I?
Yes. I have faith in you.
Okay, let's do if I see purple, no, red plus blue equals green.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Because math, girl.
Oh, I was like, sounds right to me.
I love you. Okay. I like that.
Okay.
Either one.
Okay, I hear you.
Getting an answer, and you're looking at the answer, and you're like, that seems off. I just sit with it for half a second. Now, if it did seem off, then I would, again, this is just innate somehow. I don't even know how. But I would just sit with it. I would just lean into it and say, okay, if this isn't the message, then what is? How do we get red and blue equals purple? But normally I don't have the ajna and the crown. So I'm not, even though I have two, I'm not fighting myself. You know what I mean? I think
We're talking about human design now, what her centers that are open, and which aren't. So originally, when looking at a drawing, like when I see this sperm, I see like an egg, yes. But when you see the headphones, I was still think, I don't know. I guess I see them now. It's hard to decide whether or not I see something, like looking at your painting. I see like little flower sprigs at the bottom, which is also like new life, new beginning. But I know that to be true. So what's the difference? Like these little flower, yes. And there's like balance in them. But I can say that because I know what flowers represent for me. And that can be part of the reading too. But what's so amazing about yours is you're getting these deeper downloads and impressions and connections based off of your leaning in. Can you describe that further?
Okay, so okay, let's take these flowers for instance.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, while I was drawing these, not while, but afterwards, because I drew the dots first, and then I had everything else done, and then I drew the little green lines. So the green lines are the yellow lines. They're just green. They're the same energy.
Mm-hmm.
But when I was done, I was like, that looks like a flower. That
Mm-hmm.
looks like a flower. So if I was doing a reading with this, I would say, I would use your analogy, like, is this red and blue making purple? What's great is now we get truthies,
Mm-hmm.
like listening to our body. I
Mm-hmm.
forgot what your question was. How do I lean in when it's not?
I like your original answer. Like, so in that analogy,
Mhm.
do these dots and these lines, does that make a flower? Can that make sense? I mean, and it does. It literally does.
Yeah.
Also, you have these vines running through, which to me is more of a strength and grounding.
Mhm.
And then you also have a smiley face in yours. Did you see that?
I did not.
It's look, show
Oh,
me
look,
again.
that was a mistake.
I mean, it's there. It is there.
Yeah.
It is
And you
there.
know what's funny is it looks exactly like yours.
It does.
It
It
looks
really does. I
exactly like
caught it and I was looking at your thing a minute ago and I dropped my pencil. I was like, whoa.
I love that. But I thought flowers while I drew that,
Mm-hmm.
which may be why you picked up, even though they do look like flowers.
Could
Like
be.
they do. But yeah, the energy and all of this came to me one thing at a time. Just
Mm-hmm.
one drawing at a time.
That's how I did this as well. It's I started with this and then they were like, do the sun below. And they tell me where to place everything. Top right corner here. Draw some squiggles now. So some of the things is my interpretation, but I've ever since we started doing it, I've been asking them, I guess, instead of just drawing, which is interesting. It's an interesting instead of just, I don't know, doodling. I don't know.
And I kind of wait too, which is kind of my lean in. I kind of wait and I say, like, I got the pink immediately. And like I could have pinked because that's my color this year. I could have pinked the entire thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then as I'm thinking about doing the entire thing, it was almost like I got a no, we're gonna do this cross. And then I thought about, oh, we're doing rails because we're off the
You know,
rails.
it's so funny you say that because I keep getting, as soon as you brought up the headphones, I keep seeing this, and the smiley face was also the thing for me, and the new beginnings in both. And the sun and the storm, like everything right now, this feels very geared, like, and you have the balance, and the strength and power and knowingness and self-love because it's pink. I mean, love in general.
Yeah.
But it feels very related to you as well.
I think
Both of them feel that. Yeah.
it
It's
even.
interesting.
And what's funny is you didn't talk about these dudes, did you? These.
No, but it's funny. The last time you showed it, I was looking at him, but I see that more as an arrow, as direction.
Yeah, yeah, little arrows. So that, as I was drawing it, I was thinking Sagittarius vibes.
You know what? Okay, I guess I'm going back through and I've been trying lately to read it with my body more so. So the first thing I gave was completely body because I've been also doubting, which was the confidence thing that they brought up earlier, that what I'm going to say that comes from my head center because my human design is different. I have two different sources of communication. One's in my head somewhere. Where is it?
Both.
She knows, not me.
Both.
In my head and in my sacral. So I've been trying to listen more to my sacral first, but I've totally disregarded my head because of it. And I didn't give you any readings from what I thought up in my headspace. I skipped all of those.
Which is funny because I was giving, we were doing an Awkwardly Zen meeting and I was giving area reading. And the first thing that I saw, damn it, it's so hard because I do have two things, but it's the first thing that I see every time. I say go with it. Just say even what does come to your head, because then you can ask, does that resonate? This is all I do is I feel like I might be projecting. This could be, something for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're laying out the I may be totally wrong, but I'm gonna go for it
Like, yes.
mat before you step on it.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
And I told her the first thing I saw was the infinity sign. And she
Mhm.
said one of her angels, and I've been seeing the infinity sign for a minute. She said one of her angels is Metatron. And that was like 3 days after you had brought up Metatron to me.
Mhm.
And I had been seeing, I didn't know that was his symbol. Like,
Mhm. It's also the symbol for the soul star,
yeah,
which is a chakra that is not very commonly discussed.
yeah. Oh, you should discuss that one day because I don't know much about that. I don't know much about chakras in general.
I mean, that's what that's the big one I'm working on, but I just started doodling it. But I guess I shouldn't have told you and just to see what you thought they were. But I'm telling you now, they're all chakras.
I'll forget. I'll
I
forget.
know.
Like legitimately.
Mhm.
But not had I not told Ari, like how much synchronicity is that? And I almost didn't tell her. And I
Right.
did. And she literally was like, this is why anything that pops up in your head, just write it down.
Right.
Or
And
say
she's
it,
right. She's totally right. When she had us do that, she had us do a reading where she just showed us a picture of the inside of a car. You couldn't see any logos, any this, any that, and what were the impressions of it. And so many of the things came up seemed kind of silly and bizarre and stupid, and we all had such different fucking answers.
Yep.
But because the cars, even the ones again that didn't resonate with her, doesn't mean they aren't true. The car is used. The car had a previous owner and then was sold to somebody else since, I believe she said, or at least has had one other previous owner. So any of the things that didn't resonate with her might still resonate with that vehicle.
Yeah. And what was hilarious is she said that you were catching on to her grandfather, and I was
Did
catching
she
on.
say that? I didn't hear the grandpa part. That's the one that always comes up for me that I'm like, I still don't know where that grandpa came from.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
that's
I don't remember that.
yeah,
I
you
think about that. I was just
were,
thinking about it right now.
yeah,
There's the synchronicity in that. Because I was like, except for that grandpa thing, must have been a previous owner.
but nope, nope, no, she literally said, um, uh, she had to, oh, now I can't remember. Now I can't, I guess we don't need to remember. That's another thing is
Okay.
like everything happens for a reason. We're almost done, people. We're on a time limit.
What are we at?
We are on a time limit.
I know. What are we at right now?
So I stopped it.
Okay.
You're welcome. So she got a grandpa, so and I got a puppy. So you can have two completely different readings and both of them be completely right. So it's just so intriguing to me because I bring my trauma and my past and my happiness and my now into a reading, and so does Candace and so does everybody else. So nothing is wrong. Nothing is wrong.
And I was taught, I think that psychic witch book. Can you hear me?
Mhm.
I think it's called Psychic Witch. Taught us when first starting to do readings and practice this type of stuff. Don't tell the other person when they're wrong. Tell them when they're right. So
Mm.
that you're not thinking, oh, I did this because I got stuck on that grandpa thing. And then it makes me not want to do it. When in fact, we don't know why that came. Well, we didn't know why that came up, but now we do.
Yeah. Or
So just give the person the yeses, show them why, so that you become more confident, back to the confidence, and have more self-worth
yeah.
when giving readings. I brought it back.
I think that's why I also love. Oh no, did I do it for you today? I also love to cheer people on. Of course, in this type of situation, it is kind of like up to Candace's version. But I feel like her version was spot on anyway.
I also, that little flip at the end looks like a dragon tail. This little pink flippy wrapped around the protective sword thing. Hold on. It's this bottom. Okay, your arrow, your Sagittarius arrow.
Yeah.
The one on my left at the bottom. Well, no. Kind of both, actually. The sharper edges of the pink pointy things kind of look like dragon tails. Or snake heads, really.
You think they look like fish hooks? I'll have to look that up too. But see, even that is kind of fun. Like I can look up dragon tail and I can look up fish hooks and I can just kind of see what resonates and play with both. you know.
Mm-hmm,
So
mm-hmm.
I love it. But
I love that too. They're so fun. And you can practice with anybody at any fucking point in time and just see what you get or what you feel or both.
including yourself, like do a doodle and sit there, because I may be able to read her drawings, but I don't talk very well to my spirit guides. So I just gave me a way to talk to my spirit guides that is easy for me, that'll work for me, just like your automatic writing.
Mm-hmm. So you're gonna do
I'm
an
gonna
intuitive drawing or painting,
Yep.
painting, and then ask them what it means and lean into it.
Yeah. Yep. Which
Wow.
is basically what I did. I mean, that's exactly what I did here. I'm just having you translate it for me instead of
Mm-hmm.
me translating it, you know? Oof.
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
Wow.
I love that. It's your own tarot, basically.
Mm-hmm. That's so deep. I guess that gives me I have a little bit of a block there and I can feel it. I can feel you talking about it. I know it's a great idea, but I also feel myself have a little bit of block there. And I think it's a self-created block.
It's a
It's
great
like
idea for me.
I also think it's a great idea for lots of people. Mm-hmm.
Not for you, is what I mean.
Well, I mean, I feel like I may have I'd be in a little bit of my head a little bit that I can't even say it. Thinking about
Perfectionism.
no, it's doubt. It's doubt.
Oh, not down.
Oh, it's doubt that I can communicate with them in that manner. Oh, I'm telling you, mine, you have self-worth and I have lack of confidence.
No, I
Oh
know.
yeah, it's back again. Gonna be the theme of the fucking week.
The week,
I mean, the month, the year.
the year.
You're hurting me. Hurt my feelings.
I know. I know. You said
Okay.
theme of the week when
It
you're.
was cute. Let's keep it at a week, okay?
Okay. Okay.
Keep
Well,
it light.
today's Friday.
Yeah.
You're
The
like,
week's over.
I'm done.
We're done. We finished. We're almost there. Any minute now. Any minute. Right?
I love that. Speaking of being done, if you have any questions, please. There are so many ways to intuit messages. I created my own tarot cards, and somehow from Ted Lasso, I just wrote shit. Can you see that?
Now we can. Yep.
On cards. This card just happened to be randomly on the floor one day. Like,
wait, do us a thing on the way out. Pull a card for us for, do you want to do the month or the week?
It is. Oh, okay.
Next week? You want to do next week?
Yeah. So
you want to do it for next month? You pick. You decide.
I'm gonna do for whenever people are seeing this.
I love that so much more. You're so fantastical. Fantastical.
Okay. No.
They're like all the cards.
Yeah, that's the bad thing. Oh my god, the card that can. Oh my god, this is beautiful, man. You can't make this shit up. Oh my god, you can't make this shit up. I just okay. So if you, this is also. Oh my god, this is when
we're doing this every time from now on, based simply alone off of the 8 oh my gods you said.
Was it 8?
Solid 3 at least. I'll go back and count them.
Okay, well, I know Ted Lasso, so, but man, when you see the shit, Temperance. This is Trent Krim. If you know anything about Ted Lasso, he is just, oh my god, he's just brilliant. But this is Temperance in my deck. Temperance is about patience, balance, and moderation. Yes, we get it. This is why I laugh, because I swear every card that I pull for the collective is for me. You know, it's like, okay, yeah, that's for the collective. And also, would you listen to our messages, please? The second one I got was intuition. I mean, our whole podcast is about intuition today.
Literally.
Like, you can't make this shit up.
Literally.
Listen to your gut, and on the way down, check in with your heart. I really like that. I did not say who did these quotes. which is the only thing that makes me sad about this. And then the last one, like
Wow.
I can't make this shit up. I'm possible.
Wow.
Like
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
and this one came out first, and these two like flew out of the deck.
Mhm.
That's the good thing about these tiny little cards that I got on Amazon. These are just little bebas. Like
Mhm.
they're my hand size, but they're super soft too, like silky. Um, like the cards don't play, but you get the messages that you fucking need.
That was really good.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
I re-Googled temperance. I can tell you after. I re-Googled
Tell me.
temperance.
Mm.
And the first one that came up, because it wasn't sinking in right now.
Oh,
And it said like a break from, I can't even find the thing that I read, because every time now I'm Googling, it gets action, thought, moderation. But when I first Googled it, it said a temporary break from alcohol. Thank you. I know. I know. I already know. I know. I know. That was rude. That was rude.
for everybody out there, Candace loves this app called Yuka. It's Yuka, and
Sponsor me.
she even made me download this shit. Asked me very politely multiple times, multiple, like quite a few times, because she likes to eat clean, and she likes to be healthy. And with alcohol, I think that it can't drugs even. It can go the way you believe that it's going, but she believes that alcohol is not great for her, even though it's kind of a comfort thing. Your spirit guides can be mean, man.
We're very blunt over here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody's very blunt.
Yeah.
But yes, yeah, eat clean with ease. I just made him a slogan. Eat clean with ease. Download Yuka, but it won't do alcohol. But if you're going to drink alcohol, keep it in the house for my Mean Girl fans. And Ashland's, it's a beer, it's a seltzer, but they're so clean. They're so clean. Such a clean beer.
And then
or kombucha, hard
does it
kombucha.
make you feel better?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
No, I
But
don't.
I have such doubt because the spiritual community is like, you cannot do this. And I understand why. I understand why. It used to, before I started healing, would lower my vibration. It does not anymore.
See, okay.
But I still wonder whether it's okay sometimes.
Okay, so this is going to be a different podcast, but
I know we have to pause it.
I'm going to end on this
Okay.
question. Okay, so people answer this question. How is alcohol different from any other drug that we take out there? Caffeine, marijuana, cigarettes, sugar.
Weed.
Yeah, I said marijuana, but yeah.
Oh, marijuana. What's that?
I don't know.
Gonna do some marijuana. Gonna go do it.
Oh, yeah. Let us know. Is there a difference?
And let us know how it affects your vibration, what your beliefs are on it. Man, there's some very deep and heavy opinions on this one. Let me tell you, that's why it gets me, I think, because some of the opinions of the people. But I also, more importantly, I think I would like your guys' opinions on how you would do these readings, how you lean in, what that even means to you. Does that mean anything to you? What's your way of tuning in, checking in, separating your ego from your intuition, where you feel you get the message from? Physical body, sacral, head chakra, like where in the chakra system it comes through. Are you channeling? Who are you channeling? I've got, man, we could break that all down in a whole nother thing in itself. So I would love comments on all of that. Yeah.
Yes, please. Okay. Have a great whatever the day is.
Yay. I love that. That's amazing. Bye.
Bye.